lunch. And they boasted about it, how they went for lunch with the president and a decision was reached that Sifuna must go. I want to tell them that removing him as one of the servants of the House even gives him a greater opportunity to serve the nation. Intimidating him and threatening him, as it has been happening with President William Ruto. Remember one time he threatened him that the original formers of ODM could meet and deal with him. I want to say that dissent, with good reason, has to be respected. And I want to say that actually when ODM left and joined broad-based and has given notice to leave Azimio, then they should cross over the aisle and go to the other side and allow the remaining political parties and the remaining ODM members to form minority in the House. So I want to say that the Savi whip, Honorable Olekina, is Savi illegally. The Savi leader of majority who presided this, Honorable Mazayo, is Savi illegally. If the law was to be followed, they should cross to the other side, and the minority, remaining minority, forms, the minority in the House. They are illegally serving, they are serving by force, and this is not the Kenya we are looking for. And this is the reason, one of the reasons, the capture of parliament. Kenyans are saying that William Ruto must go. He must be one term. We have also followed keenly with the situation developing in Olkalao, and we want the media and the Kenyans to be alert to make sure the way Sifuna was removed illegally through an unfair and an illegal process is not the same way a member of parliament, a new member of parliament is elected. We want justice in the country. That is what has been lacking. Fairness, rule of law. And these are the reasons Kenyans are saying William Ruto must go. The country needs to come back to its sanity so that we can have a better country, well managed by people who understand what it means to have a constitution, to have a law, and the supremacy of parliament, and the freedom of, the three departments of government, executive, parliament, and judiciary. I thank you.
Yeah, once again, I want to stand with my fellow senators and say that I was shocked to see a meeting being called at 7:30, a PG meeting being called at 7:30. And I wrote on the same platform and asked, what is the urgency about the meeting? Why can't we do it tomorrow with enough notice for every member of Azimio to be around to come and hear what you are coming to tell us? And I remember two of our members called me and told me to come back, which I could not because I was already in Machakos, and they were calling me for a meeting at 7:30 in Nairobi at the Senate, which we did not know about it the whole day. I want to say what was done yesterday is wrong and unacceptable. Sifuna has been removed unlawfully, and this gives Sifuna even mileage to continue leading in Linda Mwananchi. And Sifuna, I want to encourage you and tell you, even being removed in that position gives you better opportunity to continue fighting for the citizens of this country. And you have a greener pasture and a greater future ahead of you. Keep on pushing. And Azimio members who are in opposition, I want to encourage us to continue pushing, because this Kenya needs a change. And that change is coming, because Parliament should have their freedom to work and serve mwananchi with liberty, not being controlled from State House. Thank you.
Yeah, for those who want to know, this is the message that was sent. The message is very clear here. It reads, "Dear Senator," it was sent to my phone at 17:45 hours. It says, "Dear Senators, I wish to inform you and invite you to our PG as senators at 7:30 p.m. today, the 15th, at my office in the Senate. The party leader will join us too. Please keep time." That's Olekina. Muma says, "Please share the agenda." Beth Tiengo writes and says, "Leader, kindly accept my apology." Olekina says, "Agenda will be shared in the meeting." Sifuna writes to Olekina, what is so urgent that it cannot wait for tomorrow? We had already left Parliament, just give members proper notice. Christopher Sige writes, "You can only be told once you are in the meeting, secret society style." Then you find here Senator Kavindu, my sister here writes, "How do you call a meeting for 7:30 p.m. at 17:45? Can the meeting be held tomorrow?" That the world goes quiet from that point. This morning, Senator Beth Siengo writes, "Good morning, team. What was the agenda of yesterday's meeting and what were the resolutions? In any case, if it was about leadership replacement, my humble request is that you do it when everybody is in." Now, that's what transpired on the wall. So basically what happened is that it was a clandestine move because it's a fact that senators allied to the broad-based and the two-term formation went to meet the president at State House from around noon. And when they came back straight to Olekina's office. That's when they were sending out this message. So they clearly acted on instructions from State House, because they all came back from there to the office here. But some of us who felt we should not miss the opportunity to object decided to come back to town and be available in that meeting. And what went on, first of all, I think we have 31 senators in Azmi, 31 in total, who are in the minority side. The standing orders require that a half, more than half, or a simple majority, 50 plus 1. Yeah, 50 plus 1, a simple majority makes decisions as to who makes decisions concerning the leadership of the side. Now, 31 divided by 2 is to get at least more than half. You need about 16 senators. So only 21 senators stand up, and out of the 21, only 10 appended their signatures to the motion to remove Sifuna. Some of us resisted. We demanded the results to be taken and minuted. They refused. They said that the election is a creeping election. It will continue past the meeting, which resulted in resistance. So we resisted, and as far as I'm concerned, we tore up the papers. We tore up the voting papers, and so there was no result. There are no results. So here we are today, being told that changes have been effected. In fact, this is not about Sifuna. It's about institutions of this country. There's absolutely no way that the Senate can be captured in such a dramatic manner whereby the very leadership of the minority side spearheads the killing of the House. These are the people who are sitting on the oversight committees, except for my brother Osoti, who heads one.
And they want to remove him. Yeah,
they want to remove from the oversight committee and that. So I think this thing is an invitation to war. And there has to be a fight. It is not going to end up like this. There's going to be a fight, and it will be a very strong fight. to make sure that the Senate remains, the minority side of the Senate remains autonomous from the government. We cannot be reduced to an appendix of the government. And so we are preparing to take action that will clarify the law and make sure that whatever is happening, for whatever reasons, is arrested, and we make sure that we evict Olekina from the seat of whip. We evict Mazayo from the minority leadership. We evict Eddie Okech from the seat has taken over from Sifuna. We reinstate Sifuna, and we get new other people to sit on the minority side, so that even if we are 2 or 3, we command the respect we deserve. But the reality of the matter is that right now, the wing in the Senate, people who are saying 2 term, outnumber those who are saying 1 term. Those who are saying 1 term outnumber those who are saying 2 term. The people who are supporting the broad-based government are in a minority. The majority, even on the majority side, plus the minority side, most of us are out of the broad-based government because it is unconstitutional as far as we are concerned. And 2, we cannot even imagine Ruto serving another term in this country. Given the disastrous manner in which he has run the republic, we can't even imagine seeing Ruto serve a 2nd term in this country. So the reality is that there's going to be a fight, and we're going to assert our position. We are going to join forces with those people who are in the who are in UDA to join us so that we can take over the House and run the House the way it is supposed to be run. So thank you very much.
Good afternoon. I have actually very few remarks to make. For a long time, some of us have been saying that we are worried about where our country is. I remember there was a time, I think it was 4 or 5 years ago, when somebody made a ruling about whether CDF should be a fund that is going to be accepted in the structure that we have, and the ruling was that it will automatically affect the structure. If you take that example and use it where we are now, by us having the opposition, which is the minority in the Senate, voting with a government that is in power, it means you're literally a one-party state. That is where our country is now. Some of us, the few of us, and the team that is in the opposition that is trying to forestall and stop this, we are determined to do it. Essentially, what I think many of us are saying is what Raila used to say. The Senate and the National Assembly have been castrated. There's nothing. Napiga bunduki hakuna risasi. People are called, they are taken to State House, and they are basically managed from there, and they come to the Senate and the National Assembly, pass bills without consultation, and the same thing about the Senate. So we are saying Kenyans must be aware. Literally, you are now on your own. And what we are asking is for you to support us so that we can fight for you. Sifuna is being lynched for the fact that he has taken very, very strong positions. We disagree with President William Ruto on 3/4 of the things he's doing. We disagree with him. You can see what is happening at the news today. You don't see whether police officers are wearing balaclavas or they are wearing masks, whether the police officers are genuine police officers or not. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a country. If this country goes this way, some of us may survive and some of us may not. Because this is a template case of what happens in a banana republic. You take state resources, you use the resources to buy influence, you convince anybody because the money is available, because everybody is looking for money. You decide you are going to dismember and make all the structures that are in place to become dysfunctional. After a while, most probably after the coming elections, if they are rigged, the next thing you are going to have is somebody to come and remove the two-term clause so that we can have a president who can be imperial, just like Museveni and all the other African presidents. So we are saying these things have to stop. And for us, Sifuna is just an accident of history. But he's a factor now. Our leaders respect him. Kalonzo Musyoka respects him. If you talk about Matiang'i, they respect him. Wamunyoro respect him. We are the team. And we will fight to the last minute. We will use legal means to make sure that Ruto is not re-elected again. The public is with us. The state may not. It's very exciting. I saw my colleagues in the office last night. Ooh, they were drooling. I think they must have been given some sweet bananas and peremendes and tropical. And you know those things you give somebody so that they think you're great. It looked like that's what happened yesterday. And I'm so disappointed because I was there when Wetangula was removed. I went to Raila's house and told him, don't do what you're doing. Why? Because it will affect us in Bungoma. They said, many of the people, same people sitting in that committee last night, will deal with the consequences. They dealt with it. We lost Bungoma. We lost the presidency. I see them losing the presidency with Ruto. Thank you.
Kimeeleweka.